Everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Woohoo! We're gonna have a lot of fun here, and man, I got so much stuff going on here. It's crazy. Let's see how we're gonna get rid of this. I had something here, but let me go. I think that's a good question there. They've got a poll in the house. Woohoo! Special show. We're live. No one's watching, but we're live. No one's here. Where's everyone gone? That's just unfortunate. We've got no one here. We're by ourselves, but XEN launch is on. Look at this thing go. It's going crazy, man. It's going crazy. I had to come on. It's just going crazy intense. Obviously, it's launch day one. But man, some amazing things happening here with this one. Obviously, can it sustain? It really is a network project. You know, it's kind of set up to just expand like that. And so far, so good. It's looking 168,000 on the global rank. Pretty crazy stuff there. Isn't that amazing? I think I got something wrong here with my eye, but that's the way it goes. 169,000. I think we're going to be, at this rate, we might end up getting another EAA decrease of 0.1%, but this is the way it goes. It's just crazy stuff right now. Anyway, so get into the chat, say hello, and of course, welcome the special one-off show here. That's not a one-off show, but we're day one, and of course, we're covering the XEN, of course, launch there. Man, it's going crazy. It is dominating the gas supply. We're going to talk about that. Of course, we've got a few other pieces of insights coming up as well, so stay tuned for that one. 14 hours, can you believe it, since the launch? Pretty crazy. 14 hours since the launch, and of course, total transactions 149,887. Total active minters 169,570, and of course, the global rank is pretty much the same. So 1,069 there. It just keeps climbing. We got the max term now is up at 360. Remember that it launched at 100 days for the first 5,000 minters. That was happening pretty quickly. Opened up 300 days, and of course after that it's been climbing dynamically with the more wallets that have been minting, more minters, and of course it's probably going to max out around 400 there. So we're getting closer and closer. Seems a lot of people have been minting. That's just the way it goes. The AMP is 3,000. That's going to go down by 1 per day. So the AMP there is going to go down 1 a day over 8 years. It's going to take 8 years to get down there. Oh my goodness, it's 8 years ago. I remember minting my XEN, and now it's 8 years later. It's a bit like that, isn't it? So it's pretty crazy. The EAA, of course, the early adoption there is 9.9%. We saw that on our first live stream. It was pretty cool. We saw it go down by 0.1% as we hit 100,000 wallets. And man, 200,000 wallets, not that far away. Pretty insane in the membrane. We could see another 0.1% decrease. Obviously, this goes down by 1% per million wallets. And of course, man, it's crazy if you think about the numbers. We're going to do some straight off linear extrapolation there, and see when that's going to happen. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, obviously, this is a special topic show, so really discovering the XEN launch. It's just so it's pretty exciting, a lot of fun. So we're going to be talking about that. That's pretty much the only topic we're talking about is the XEN in this live stream. So look forward to it. Uncle Well says in wallet so far, yeah, it's crazy. 169,000 just keeps going up and up and up. James Bond in the house. Good to see James Bond. Thanks for coming on live, James. Hey, you're welcome. This is a Sunday treat. Hey, it's fun for me too. And of course, we were in Discord there. We're in Discord. We're having chats about different metrics, and I thought, oh man, damn it, we might as well just go online and go live about this. Pulse God says 6 XEN wallets so far. Woo! Uncle Will says 7 wallets so far. Hey, well, I'll let you know something. I've done 10. I've done 10 so far, 10 wallets. And of course, I started off I had 7 at the live stream. First live stream, I had 7. I got 10. And I think that it's probably reasonable to do, I don't know, just from my point of view, up to 400 days. If we get to 400 days, then that would probably work out pretty nicely as well. So if you just remember, I just want to put one thing out there. There is a fake contract on, on the line being traded. That's fake. It's don't trade. The token's not trading yet. The first token's coming out probably tomorrow, and I think that's well in excess of 120 million XEN. And of course, we had a few updates there earlier. So just probably 4 or 5 hours ago, Jack Levin there was on Crypto Kindness channel, who's been pretty much got a pretty good relationship with Jack from the looks of it. And of course, they've been covering the launch of this of XEN there. They let a few things drop on there. Jack's talking about the fact that BSC and Polygon are likely to launch tomorrow. So those are the next ones we're expecting. So BSC, Polygon. So keep abreast of that for the official announcement, obviously through Jack, whoever does that. So those two chains look like they're coming up at the moment. Of course, ETH is going through the roof at the moment, through the roof. So we'll see how that goes on. And what else? I think they're also talking about, the fact that Jack was saying that at least this was 4 hours ago, so the numbers are higher now. But at least 120 million XEN is expected to get be liquid tomorrow, and that possibly could get some of that could go on the market, right? So let's see. We'll see what liquidity pools get set up tomorrow with the real contract. At the moment, there's a fake contract, so do not interact with it and do not buy and sell on that one. Wait for the real thing tomorrow and go to official sites and stuff like that. Damn nice, says Pulse God. Definitely awesome. I'm at 360 days term, says Pulse God. Very nice. Yeah, I think mine is at 359, I think is the highest one I got there. Nice, says Pulse God. Yeah, I think 400 days, it sort of maxes out there. It's probably the max as well. Gas is still ridiculous at 34 right now, says Uncle Well. Yeah, we've got the gas here at 33. But guess what, folks? Guess what? And this is why we've gone on live, is because the gas guzzler is insane. Look at this thing. At the contract is at the top there. Almost 1.7 million. Let's refresh this because I think I haven't refreshed it. Yeah, almost $1.7 million, man. Crazy. Remember, we're 14 hours through, for goodness sake. We're not even a full day. We're just over half a day. And we're already 27% of the gas on Ethereum is related to the XEN contract, which is this one here. Crazy. In the last 3 hours, 52% in the last 3 hours, dominating. Obviously, it's the weekend, but, man, it's dominating. And, of course, a $250,000 there in the last 3 hours. Insane in the membrane. And, of course, man, this is great advertising, right? It's kind of advertising. I mean, people are wondering what the heck's going on. Why is the gas so high over the weekend? They'll be coming over and having a look at the gas guzzler and then going, hey, what's this contract? And let's have a look in there. We're going to go and then have a look. Oh, XEN, what the heck? What the heck's that? And they're going to start doing some investigation. I'm sure some of that's going on. It's just the way it goes. So pretty cool. Obviously, there's no XEN liquid at the moment. So there cannot be anything trading on the market. So just avoid any fake contracts trading at the moment. There is no liquid XEN there. That's the contract there, right? So pretty cool. If you go to the website, of course, you can find the official contract. And, of course, just go to Mint. And, of course, down the bottom here, OXOXC. You don't have to do that. Just on the dashboard, it's down the bottom. OXOC. And then, of course, 6FB8. And we can see that 6FB8 there. So just be careful out there. People, this is such a big target, right? So just the way it goes. Let's do another refresh. I'm sure we're over 170. This thing keeps going up so fast. I have to keep refreshing. I need a faster refresh. Oh, look at that. Oh, my gosh. Up this 171. We just started the live stream. Insane in the membrane. So here's our key metrics. That started off at 100 after the first 5,000 wallets. That increased to 300. And now it's been dynamically increasing with the increase in minters and global wallets there. And, of course, this is only, the AMP amplifier is only going to go down by 1 per day. It's going to take 8 years to get there. So that's really a slow metric. A slow measure on the amount that you're getting in terms of rewards. The EAA, however, that's going to have an increasing impact. If we keep growing at this speed, that's going to be increasing pretty fast. Let's do some basic linear maths there. No advanced algebra or anything like that. No tensor calculus, just some basic maths. And of course, let's have a look here. So we've got 171,000, and we're going to divide that by 14 and times that by 24. So we've got a run rate at the moment expected around about 293,000. Obviously, maybe the beginning was a little bit faster, so it might be coming a bit lower that with the run rate. I can see that run rate is pretty similar to what I calculated earlier today. So it's actually holding up pretty well. 293. Obviously, the gas price coming down, but of course the contract itself is keeping the gas price up in those 20, 30 gwei. So it's kind of funny like that. Now, obviously, this is the first day. So the run rate holding that up on a linear basis, we'll see. But imagine if it did. Imagine if it did hold up. Could you imagine what's going to happen with obviously more attention, but also people will be going, what's going on with the gas price keeps holding up? Of course, during the week, it's going to be busier, right? So it may be less people, if the gas goes up with other business on there, less likely to be activating. So there's a bit of that during the week. But the weekends, of course, generally less traffic. Generally Sundays 1 to 3 a.m. UTC time. We're typically under the old proof of work. were the cheaper periods. So I don't see too much difference with that. So going to be interesting to see that play out over the week ahead. Pretty cool. So we've got 293,000 a day. And of course, that's going to be pretty fun. Now, obviously, we have to, let's put that in the memory recall there. And let's take 10 million, because we're looking at this EAA here. Let's take 10 million wallets and divided by that. So 10 million divided by our current run rate, memory recall there. And damn it, I knew I thought I had saved it, but I hadn't. I pushed the wrong button there. So let's do that math again. 123,000 divided by 14 times 24. So that's our annual. We're going to put that in the memory plus properly this time. 10 million, 123 divided by that time there. That's 34 days, folks. 34 days until this early thing could run out in 34 days if we keep if we get the momentum, a linear projection, and of course if we didn't have the weekly stuff impacting. So maybe a bit longer than that, but that's kind of a basic run of the mill there. So pretty interesting there. So that's going to have a short-term impact. This is a long-term impact. And, of course, this max term is a short-term impact because it's going up to 400 days. So that's pretty much it. That's just for the minting and pretty cool. All right, let's get back into the chat there. And I'm going to do another refresh because, man, we're just going to be refreshing all this. The whole live stream is going to be one big refresh. That's pretty much it. All right, let's see who else is in the house there. 10 is a good number, says Paul Scott. I think so, too. I start off with, I was only going to do 5. I've ended up doing 10. I was going to do 5. Ended up doing 10. Just the way it goes. Gas is 36 Gwei at the moment. Yeah, 28 Gwei right now, but it was probably 36 then. Vistasso says XEN will never be worth more than the gas fee, says Vistasso. And I did 13, went XEN crazy, says James Bond. That's hilarious, man. I'm happy with the $1 Zen, says Pulse God. I bet, haha, says James. Yeah. All right, so Shano's in the house as well. Good evening, folks. And, of course, hey, look, I consider Zen a bit of a fun, bit of an entertainment, but, of course, it does have the network effect. And if it does have value, it will come from that kind of thing. Now, what we might see when the markets go live is that we'll see a small amount of volume. Obviously, people trying to get more profit taking with that, setting up liquidity. But we might actually see people trying to buy the future today. So we might see people trying to get, without minting, they buy a value of tokens in the future today. So it might be a 12 months time getting this sort of amount. Whatever's available, they'll try and get. So there could be a bit of that going on. And of course, the hype is there too. The hype, and don't forget, the hype always does taper off. Just remember that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see it play out anyway. Astrid says numbers on a Zen contract only different in the middle compared to the scam Zen on BSC. Slide BBs. Yeah, no, remember it's a family channel. We're a family channel here, but I get it. Scam X on WS. Yeah, very, 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 very dangerous. So the numbers of the Zen contract only different in the middle compared to the scam Zen on BSC. Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. So normally people check the beginning and end, but not the middle. So just be careful. There's no active trading XEN at the moment, so don't get duped by that. Marek's in the house there. Greetings from KL, Malaysia. Just landed and minted 11 XENs on airport. Nice one there, Marek. Well done to you. And of course, Francis says hello. Good to see you, Francis, as always. And Genuine as well. Hi, Suitman. Good to see you, Genuine. Crypto L in the house there after watching K4K video where he made making some valid points about Zen. I minted Zen with much less wallets than previously intended. Hey, Crypto Ellen, all that stuff that was in the K4K, we already knew that stuff. So it was all just nothing new there. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, Crypto Alien. Hi, Superman. Marek's in the house. 18 hours flight and no sleep. Still, I am on your stream, says Marek. I appreciate that. Man, hopefully this is keeping you up there, Boom. Keeping you up there, Marek. So nice. All right, cool. Yeah, so far, so good. Look at, I'm going to refresh again. Watch this thing, man. It's crazy. It just goes up and up and up. It really is crazy. Look at that, man. It's 172. Now, when it hits 200,000, this is going to go down by another 0.1%. So every 100,000 global rank, that's going to go down by 0.1% on the EAA. So the EAA is the early adoption amplifier as part of XEN mint reward calculation, which depends on current global rank. EAA starts from 10% and decreases in a linear fashion by 0.1% per each 100,000 increase in global rank. That's pretty much it. The other part of the reward amplifier is the AMP. It is a time-dependent part of XEN mint reward calculation that starts at 3,000 at Genesis, which is only 14 hours ago, and decreases by 1 every day until it reaches 1, which is 8 years. So 8 years time there. And of course, this is APY there is for staking. So obviously you can't stake until your mint phase is ended and you claim. So you come back to the mint page here, connect your wallet up, and be able to do that. So that's pretty cool. So the maximum term that you can actually stake now is at the moment 360 days. That's going to probably top out at 400, and we're going to get there pretty quickly. Let's go to our Discord. We're going to go into the new token links here. I have all the headline details here on the X free claim. It's free claim, but you got to pay the gas fees. Obviously, if it launches on BSC and Polygon tomorrow, that's going to be pretty super cheap, isn't it, compared to Ethereum? But of course, the prices will probably reflect that, right, in the market. It may not. It may not. Maybe a more efficient market gas fee is maybe it has more chance to fly, more tradability, and accepts more turnover and that sort of stuff, more velocity. So anyway, let's jump over to what I was going to take here. I was going to look at the white paper. That's the third one here. So let's have a quick look at the white paper and quickly pull that up. Bam. And let's have a look here. So I want to jump down into some of the charts here and quickly. So we'll jump through all the formulas there. And this is the mint term. So if we're looking at this term here, 360 days, it's been climbing from 300 once we got 5,000 users. You can see on the bottom here, we got 5,000 users, starts climbing to 300 and just keeps climbing. We're already here. We're already here, for goodness sake, at 360. And of course, it's going to taper out here at 400, but that's going to be a while away because if we're looking at 170, we're currently around here, down here, then obviously we've got to pretty much close to quadruple, maybe 5 times it. Yeah, we've got to get to 5x from here before we get up to this 400 mark. So we need to get to pretty much to 1 million from looks of this diagram, just over 1 million. In terms of the wallet. So we've got to 5x the wallets, and of course that mint term is going to go up and up and up. So cool. The 3,000, of course, on the chart there. I think that has a chart too. Can't remember. Anyway, at the end of your claim, of course, you must claim within 7 days. Otherwise, you'll lose 100% of your mint, and that could be very bad if you're minted out long period of time, like 360 days. Just remember that it goes up pretty strongly. 3 days, 4 days. Once you get to 4 days, really starts this thing on day 4, day 5, day 7, 72% penalty, day 7, all gone. So you must remember to check your wallets and make sure you mint on time, or claim that mint on time. Staking, of course, is going to start off at 20% APY. Once you've claimed your minting tokens, you can either stake it or trade it. And of course, trading will start from tomorrow. Someone will set it up with some of their one-day mints that they've got there. At the moment, there's no liquid XEN until tomorrow, and of course we've still got 10 hours to go. Sorry, till tomorrow. So after 620 days since Genesis, after 1,620 days, the inflation rate will go down to 2%. So think about it; it's kind of the end of the main inflation curve for the staking side of things. So we'll get a lot of minting, and of course we'll have that going on for a period of time. Obviously, growth in peep users is what would probably offset that. So just the way it goes. All right, so cool. I think that was some of the tables we want to highlight. I think that's pretty much it. Yep, there's lots of definitions in there you can play around with. I think that's kind of the key stuff. Very cool. All right, you can get access to all that stuff in our Discord. The link's in the video description, and join up there. We're heading up towards 800 users, which is pretty cool. Very, very nice. All right, cool. Let's jump over to back to the site here. We're going to refresh one more time, and let's have a look here. Crazy numbers. All right, 173,483. This thing just won't let up. It will not let up. This network effect, Google employee number 21, Jack Levin there, has got the network effect going on here. We'll see how the momentum sustains itself. Today it's just been unrelenting. Has been unrelenting here. Let's have a look at how many hours. So we've got 173, 483 at the moment. Let's divide that by 14. That is 12,400 wallets pretty much an hour. 12,400 an hour. That's crazy stuff there. And of course, the gas is insane. Let's refresh this. My goodness. Here we are. Look at this. Almost 1.7. Oh man, about 1.7 million dollars worth. Almost 1,300 Ethereum there over the last 24 hours. We're only in 14 hours too. It's not even a full day. We've still got 10 hours to go. That's just crazy stuff right there. So 1.7 divided by 14 times 24. We're tracking close to 2.9 million US dollars in ETH over the 24-hour period on the first day. Ouchie. That's some crazy stuff right there. That would probably send Hex to 5 cents. That'd be pretty much that. All right, so cool. That's where we are in the Gwei at the moment. It's just crazy. I'm having a crazy time on this live stream, but it's crazy for sure. All right, what else have we got there? We got Herv's in the house. What's up, Super? Any price on XEN? Yeah, no price yet, Herv. That is not trading until tomorrow. No worry, not to worry. You just answered it, says Herv. Yeah, there is a fake token trading, which has a very similar contract. Apparently, the middle of the contract is different. Do not trade. It is a fake token there. It won't be trading until day one mint is claimed, and then we estimate there's probably in excess of 120 million liquid that will be there. And of course, maybe a lot more by the time. But I think it's currently at this stage. Obviously, people can keep minting one-day mints until the end of this day. So it's going to be interesting. Hexagon Batman's in house. Immigrant, Hexagon Batman, good to see you in house. James Bond said, should be interesting to see the price when starts trading on exchanges. True that. Hexagon Batman says, remember, there's no XEN on the market watch. The fakes are out there. Said Jack Al. That's true. And I made that point at the beginning and just now as well. So, yeah. Get Hex and us. Yo. Hi, legends. Hey, good to see you, Get Hex. Hey, welcome everybody to the XEN, of course, day one launch. And this is our second video. During our first live stream today, which is my standard live stream, we ended up we stayed on for another 45 minutes just so we could see the 100,000 wallet hit. So if you haven't seen that, it's on the live stream. And we also saw the EAA go down by 0.1%. Which happens every 100,000 wallets. And we're heading up there towards this at the moment. This is going up pretty fast, 173. Like I say, it's 12,400 wallets an hour. It's going up and pretty fast here. And the gas prices are going up too. The amount of gas being paid to Ethereum stakers is pretty crazy at the moment. They'll be loving this. They'll be going, thanks, XEN. We appreciate your business. So there we are. All right, so cool. That is it at the moment. Looking pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit pretty close to 1.7 soon. Getting up there really quick on the old gas feed. This is the contract course that we're looking at, and you can actually confirm it with the contract down here. Let's have a look at number E3906 in the middle there. So we've got E3906. So that looks similar there. I'm not going to look for the false contract that's trading. I just don't want to advertise it. I guess that's probably a better approach than going to look for it. Just remember, there is a fake contract trading at the moment. And of course, they are just scamming people who are trading it. So I wouldn't do that. Don't go there. Don't go there. All right, cool. And yeah, pretty fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Oh, I've got the poll on at the moment. I forgot about my poll. My poll's on at the moment. And of course, have you made more XEN wallets or Zen wallets than that you planned? I should have said than you planned, I guess. That you planned. I guess that you planned is okay. 48% yes, 52% no so far. Let's see how we get on. We've got 25 votes. Get in there and vote, folks. We'll probably close that off later on. Now, we had a good poll this morning, this afternoon, my time. And, of course, we had people that were going to participate, and it was a pretty good result. We had 150 people or something, 140 people or something. And I think it was something, how much was going to? I think it was something up in the 60-something% we're going to participate. So yeah, it's going pretty amazing. How's this going to flow into price and value and all that? It's going to be pretty crazy. I know Jack Levin's been talking about the fact that, if you want to get more tokens, then you better, as it opens up in terms of the time, you're better off to keep minting, right? So this is, it's just moved to 361. So it was at 360. Before the live stream was at 359. So that's how fast the wallets are moving. The max days are just climbing up there. And of course, as this hits something like 1 million, this is going to end up going to 400. But at the moment, we're still going up through that part of the curve that's quite steep. So we're actually seeing the max term still go up fairly fast at the moment. That will probably slow down depending on how the wallets go at the moment. But we're probably on track for the day for about 294,000 wallets, which is pretty insane. I did a linear extrapolation for that, and that's 34 days. If we get that up 34 days, we would end up getting down to 0 EAA if we kept that up. Well, now obviously we've got the week coming, and there's so many other, a lot of people active during the week on the network, so the gas price will get higher, and that may slow down some of the wallet behavior. And of course, we're still on the first day, so lots of unknowns. But typically, that's probably going to slow it down a little bit there. So we may not hit 34 days to hit 10 million wallets. Maybe take a bit longer than that. Obviously, 34 days, that would only be something like less than 3 days or 4 days away. Probably, what's that, maybe 3.5 days for the max term to reach 400, and maybe 34 days to get the EAA down. Let's say it slows down, and let's say that's 45 days, a month and a half or 2 months. That might be when the EAA, the early adoption amplifier there goes down to 0. So definitely it's getting an earlier still more favorable, right? So cool. But of course, if you do, once it gets to 400, then obviously the EAA is gone, but you still got the amplifier. And of course, let's say the amplifier goes down by 40. Let's say we get the max term up to 400. The EAA disappears, and the amplifier is down maybe by 45. So it's down to 2,965. That would be pretty cool. So those are just these measures, metrics moving around. So cool. All right, so let's give another refresh. Get in the chat, folks. Say hello, and if you've heard anything that I haven't heard, let me know in the chat, and we'll talk about that. Herb says, "What's your take on BNBP?" I think it's great. So it's my favorite speculative project at the moment, but it's not just speculative; it's actually a real business. So it's I'm a really big fan of it, Herb. So yeah, I watched the YouTube video with KG from a couple of days ago with Jacob. This guy is a genius, and I'm now more bullish on this project. Hey, Jacob is a genius, man, and everything I've seen from him is pretty amazing. And he is not just a genius, but seems to have a really terrific ethic. So big shit. Seems to be really good. I'm covering that. It's one of my projects I'm covering is BNBP. It is revolutionary too. I mean, he's revolutionized decentralized, world's first decentralized peer-to-peer crypto casino. I mean, it's a game changer. And it's a big market, right? Uncle says, too bad it's not on the ETH Fair. Uncle, yeah, you never know, Uncle. You never know. They may go beyond BSC and Polygon. So BSC and Polygon, Jack said that they are likely to launch that. So that was on this show here, which was only about 5 hours ago. And of course, Jack Levin was on there, just going through a few numbers. So that's pretty interesting stuff there. The other thing, of course, is how many people around the world. He's got a little map on the old Google Analytics, and it gives a map of the world, and it shows you how many people interacting with the contracts. Pretty amazing stuff there. So definitely awesome on that one. That's Crypto Kindness. I'll post that in the chat if you want to watch that later on. Definitely, there's got a few little alpha bombs in there. What else there? We got GetHex says, sorry, the studio's going. Studio was playing up there with the little comment. Great to see you back in Discord, James. Yeah, it's great to see James in the house. It really is cool. Haven't got help from Jacob yet, says Genuine. Really? He's pretty busy, and maybe that's the case there. I don't know whether he's easier to catch up on Twitter with the DM or easier to catch up on Telegram, which is, I guess, he spends most of the time on Telegram. So I'm not sure if you're on there, Genuine. Try hit him up, but I know he's pretty busy for sure. All right, so that is the video there to the latest one there from Jack there. So cool. Yeah, and on this video, that's where he talked about potentially launching on BSC and Polygon tomorrow. So stay tuned. Obviously, you need, this is Jack's Levin's Twitter. And of course, it's good to stay tuned on here too to any updates. So cool. Just make sure you get on them for that. And so forth. So that is the Twitter there as well. Make sure you use official sites. BAM, of course. I do post these in Discord though. So they're under new tokens. New tokens here. Now remember, everything on Ethereum is going to get forked over to Pulsechain. And of course, we found out from Richard Hart today on Hexologist that they are going to be forking ETH 2.0. So it looks like they're going to keep the consensus, proof of stake consensus there, as opposed to the current method that they were going to do with their own code. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I think that's a faster delivery, to be honest. Yeah, very nice. Looking good. So you're going to get a copy on that chain too. Very cool. All right. So let's jump back over here. Let's go back to here at the moment. So the Gwei at the moment is a 27. And like I said to you, I'll be refreshing a lot on here. I'll try not to be too dizzy, but 25 Gwei at the moment, still holding up pretty high, because we were getting used to being under 10 Gwei, especially in the weekend, right? Under 10 Gwei. And of course, we got over 1.7 million now in fees, and we're not even 24 hours through. Currently at the moment, we're still on the 14th hour or 15th hour, I guess is what we are on at the moment. So 15th hour is probably where we're out there. 175,000 global rank. And of course, we reached 200,000. This is going to go down to 9.8% in terms of your early adopter amplifier bonus. Boom, 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 boom. And like I say, that could be, that may be 34 days at the soonest. So we keep this run rate up 34 days. But of course, the run rate will probably slow down during that time, subject to gas fees and networking and momentum and all sorts of stuff like that. And of course, we could hit this number here could go to 400 within maybe 4 days. So that's the other side if we keep this run rate up. Obviously, we've still got Sunday coming up for the United States, so it's still going to be a pretty quiet. This could keep reasonably going pretty solid up through Sunday in the US. But of course, as it starts to hit Monday, maybe it starts to taper off because of the work week, because of other use cases on the network. Maybe the gas fees get a bit higher, and that starts to dampen down the effect. So, but over the weekend, it's got a pretty free run, hasn't it? Over the weekend, and especially it's only launch day 1. James Bond says, thanks, mate. It's great to be here again with you guys. Missed you guys. Great crew, says James. It's always a pleasure, James. Always a pleasure. All right, so cool. Let's just realized I'm missing my scrolling banner. Right. What else we got going there? Yeah, it's awesome vibes, and Superman is always on top of things, says GetX. I appreciate that. Try to be. And yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is kind of my entertainment, this particular project. It may blow our minds, but it's really entertainment for me. But we'll see how it goes. It's interesting. Obviously, bots can mint, and devs can make bots that mint, and I'm sure plenty of that's going on. Individuals can mint heaps of wallets and all that sort of stuff. Now, it probably will play out depending on whether you do short wallets or long wallets. That's probably going to have an impact on the outcome over time. And the interest in the project is going to have an outcome at the end time. Obviously, having a really engaged community that's growing, that's really the flourishing bit here. But so far, it's a pretty amazing start. And so we're going to keep watching, see where it goes. A lot of things in crypto with the gamification is an experiment, but this one is pretty explosive straight out of the gate. 175,000 wallets. That's pretty impressive. And even if it's coming from a lot of people, let's say that the average number of users had 4 wallets. That's pretty much where we are at this stage. Although I suspect that there's some people with a lot of wallets, including some sort of bots. Now there is a gas fee to pay, so they've got to absorb the gas fee in terms of the speculation there. So the gas fee does offer a dampener effect on that, I would suggest. Typically maybe it's between $6 and $12 or something like that. So that all adds up eventually. So you'd have to some big punters playing that game. But certainly a couple hundred wallets is not out of the ballpark. So let's divide this by 4. That would mean that maybe there's about 44,000. If there was an average of 4 wallets per person, maybe there's 44,000 people there that have got involved so far, which is pretty impressive straight out of the gate. So, yeah, some interesting stuff. All right, keep wanting to refresh because this thing is insane in the membrane, and it's going pretty cool. Yeah, 176,000 and going up pretty strong. We've also got the max term has increased by 1 while we've been on the live stream. In fact, it was 359 when I was before the live stream. Start off at 360 and now it's at 361. We're in this curve part which still moves up quite fast, but it will slow down a little bit there. And yeah, but we may reasonably in the next couple hours, maybe in next maybe next couple hours. What's it, 12? Let me have a look here. Next 2 hours. Let me do that. 12, 400 times 2. Yeah, so maybe by the end of 2 hours, we could see this go down to 9.8 in 2 hours' time. So this global rank, if it gets up at 200,000, this will go. And the current run rate, that makes about right. So 24,000. We could see this go down to 9.8%. So that's some interesting stuff, which means that we'd be about 16 hours through and getting up to there. So what's that? 16. So yeah, which means that we're on a run rate of getting this. Could actually, if we get that run rate up, we might actually hit down to 9.7% before the end of day one. Could you imagine that? That's a possibility that we could get to 9.7% before by day one ends. Isn't that crazy? At this current run rate, that really is insane. So cool. Let's jump into the chat. We've probably got a few more comments. Love to meet him one day when I go to New Zealand, says GetX. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, definitely. Good old Kiwi land. Hit the like, says GetX. Crypto Alien says, I think the average number of wallets comes closer to 10. Some people have 300 and Trayvon has over 360. Hey, Crypto Alien. Yeah, that's true. Well, I was just taking a simple average, but you're probably right. What I was going to say is Trayvon, did he actually end up minting the 360? Because I know that he said he was going to put 0.01 ETH in there, but of course it was far too expensive for that to be rushed through. So yeah, he was going to use a multi-sender, wasn't he? Doing 369 wallets, I think it was. So yeah, did he actually do that on his live? Because I watched his last live stream. I couldn't see him doing stuff like that, but I was skipping a bit of stuff. So let us know if he actually ended up minting that many. But yeah, I thought the gas fees were stopping him from doing a lot of stuff. But you let me know. Let me know. All right, let's refresh. Refresh, everybody. All right, crypto rank 177205. People are going insane on this. That's pretty funny. I love it. It's entertaining. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? That's what we say. And there we are, 1.7 million, heading up towards 1.8 now, and 1,300 ETH has been spent so far. Some crazy stuff right there. Yeah, pretty amazing. And of course, the Gwei at 31 at the moment. There is no circulating supply. There's no liquid XEN at the moment. There is a fake contract trading on, I guess it's Uniswap or something. So that is fake. That is fake. We're not going to look it up because we don't want to scam you out. Now, it does look similar to the real contract, apparently. Apparently, the middle's changed. I'm not sure how they worked that out, but that's the case. All right. Is there some info on BSC and Polygon for XN? Genuine, I don't know. There may be some on Telegram. So Telegram's the best place to go, Genuine. All I heard, my update, because I'm not on Telegram, but my update was from this video upon which Jack said that they will be launching on BSC Polygon probably tomorrow, unless something holds them back. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I can't remember where it was. It was back here somewhere in this ballpark of where they said that. But you definitely is the case there. You even got David Feder in there. Well done, Jack. I'm super excited for the future of XN. So it's interesting. David Feder's pretty bullish on this project. I thought that was pretty interesting and so forth. So yeah. Right, cool. I did a 7-day mint too, Superman, so it will be interesting to pan out. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So I've got some numbers. Let's have a look. Let's go through some of the numbers on my wallets, and let's have a look here. So I'm going to go through the longest wallet. Let's see. So when I was doing the first live stream, let me just jump back to the mint page. It's probably a bit more interesting than a dead picture of a video. Let's just refresh. This is the latest numbers. So when I did on the first live stream, which was how many hours ago? I finished about 2:30. So about 6.5 hours ago. My longest wallet at the time was 325 days, and that was sitting at just over 15 million, I think it was. And I think we ended up during the live stream. It was at about 6.5 hours ago. It was sitting at about 16,250,000, I think. Well, that is now up to 18. Sorry, let me rephrase that. So it was sitting at 16,250,000. It's currently sitting on 18 million 347,000. So that's how much in 6 hours, with all the other wallets flowing in behind it. It's not like a really low C rank, but it's certainly low compared to the numbers at the moment. Like compared to 177, it's definitely low. It's like it's sub 50,000, so it's much lower than that one. So that was that wallet. Interesting. Now let's have a look at my short one that I did, which I did pretty early on, which is the 7-day, just like GetHex there. I did a 7-day. Let's have a look for that one. My 7-day, which is my shortest one, and I did it for fun just to see. We never know what the market will do, right? So I thought I'd get a bit of liquid stuff after 7 days. Let's see what it's like there. I kind of thought it was pointless doing 1 day or 2 days. 3 days might have been all right, but I thought 7 days sounds okay to me. So it was kind of the logic there. You just never know. I mean, the whole thing's just a bit of fun, but we will see. We'll see whether the fun turns into serious fun or fun. Is it going to be playful fun or serious fun? We'll find out in due course. All right, let me just refresh that one more time, and I'm going to bring up my 7-day numbers. I've got to connect first, I think. Let's have a look here. I've got to find it now. All right. So it's just booting up there. So 177,939. Man, I think we're probably going to hit. I said 2 hours, but it might happen a lot faster at this rate. But it probably will be that time. All right. So my 7-day one at the moment, and this C rank is higher than 50,000, but it's currently estimated at 390,000. So GetHex, let me know if that's very similar to yours on your 7-day. My C rank is below 100,000, but above 50,000. It's currently sitting at about 390,000 at the moment. So let us know. That's kind of where that is. So that's the short front. So I got a massive difference between that. I could have put this wallet at the long one, right? I could have put it at 325 days at the time, and it would have 18.4. So I've got a time opportunity cost there. And so it's at 390,000 versus 18,350,000. So it's basically 18 million difference. It's pretty crazy. So yeah. Let's see. So a lot of people were doing 300. Remember, I think I've got one that's similar to that. It's the 298 because I was trying to front run all the 300. So I was trying to front run them. That's pretty funny. But there we are. And so look. Let's see what that's prevalent. Okay, so that's now up to, I think that was at 15 million. I think that's something like that. That's now at 16,850,000. That's a sub 50,000 ranked wallet as well. So that's pretty interesting. All right, cool. So hopefully that's given you a bit of insight there. Get into our poll though. Our poll is on at the moment. Let me know. Have you made more XEN wallets that you planned? Because it's pretty interesting to see how people have changed their behavior. I added 3 more wallets, but that's only because I'm basing on a certain logic, and that is it's probably a good idea, at least a potential idea up to the max term, which is up to 400 days, and of course to mint, and because that is probably going to come up, and maybe if we keep this run rate up, probably in 4 days or something like that. So maybe 3 days. So there we are. We'll see how we get on there. It's pretty much about 1 million wallets or something like that. We'll reach 400 on the max term. The EAA, of course, will be hit at 10 million wallets, so 10x on the max day. So 10 times more wallets in the max day. The EAA will go down to 0. The AMA by that time, this hits, say, 34 days later on the earliest time frame based on the current run rate. That would be down at 2,966. So yeah, but of course, if that takes longer, maybe another 2 weeks or a month, depending on the run rate. If this run rate just dies off, if it dies off, it's always possible, right? This dies off, then yeah, we'll see. Obviously, there's word of mouth, there's time of the day, time of the week, all that sort of stuff. Gas prices, dampening, ignoring. I mean, there's so many variables to take into account. All right, let's see how we get on. Obviously, a lot of people can mint hundreds of wallets, stuff like that. Gas fee is a bit of a barrier, having a gas fee to bots. I mean, they do have to pay $6 or so. So they have to decide, hey, I'm going to throw thousands of dollars at this. And of course, they also have to decide whether they've got thousands of dollars to do it. They might be able to code it, but maybe they don't have the money. Who knows? There we go. That's the other side of it. So 178,684. Well, that's pretty much it. And away we go. Genuine says, I nearly got a rank of 320, but I didn't have enough gas in the wallet. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hey, but I don't know if it matters too much over time, because what happens is that after the first 5,000, the staking longer opened up. So we jumped from 100 days to 300 days. So you're actually better off, right? Because you're going to be able to just claim more and more, I guess, is probably the better play. Shall not do it on my computer at the moment. I think it's 30 Gwei. Yes, it is 30 Gwei, 29 at the moment. It's pretty much where it is at the stage. GetX says, I managed to get a 6,000 rank. Oh, nice. I had to top up my ETH, so I nearly got into top 5,000. Oh, you almost did. Well, you know what the interesting thing is that Jack Levin's best wallet, and he said he wasn't trying, of course. His best wallet was 3,000. So there we are. So that was his best wallet rank was 3,000. So there we are. All right, cool. Let's have a look. We're just climbing up here. I hope you guys enjoying this live coverage. Just ad hoc, really, but a lot of fun. Hey, big welcome to everybody from the UK. If you're waking up from the UK, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, big welcome to you. I know that's probably just waking up time. Let's have a look, see what time it is around the world. We've got Los Angeles at the moment, 20 hours behind where I am. I'm in the future, of course, and it's currently 9 p.m. on Sunday evening here, 9th of October. And of course, Los Angeles at the moment, it's just come into today. So they're in today. It's now Sunday, but it's only 1 o'clock in the morning in LA. It's currently 4 o'clock in the morning in New York. And Tokyo is currently 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Tokyo. And in London, it's 12 hours behind Kiwi time. And it's currently 9 o'clock in the 9 o'clock in the morning in the UK. So big shout out. Crypto Kenner says, I got a crank of 1650. Nice one. Very, very cool. Yeah, I do suggest you're not putting your C rank just to, for your own privacy, but feel free. It's cool to know. Well done on the C rank there. I might just remove that though, just for your own coverage there. So cool. Yeah. I'd rather people not post their ranks. You know how it is. It's crypto. Cool. All right. What else we got going there? Well done, says Get Hex. You're welcome. You're welcome. Crypto Kemet. Yeah, thanks, bro. Hey, that's all I can do. No problem. All right, cool. Let's have a look at 179. Let's see if we've hit 180. Bam. Let's go. This thing's going up so fast, man. It's unbelievable. The globe's a big place, right? Oh, we're so close to 180. Once we hit 200,000, this will go down by 0.1% down to 9.8. We might actually hit within 24 hours. Hey, we just clocked up another hour here. So we're now in the 16th hour now. We hit 15 just now. And of course, we're not even 24 days. So in 24 hours, we could get down to 9.7. It's possible. We keep this run rate up. We're moving into Sunday in the US. So plenty of time for that to happen over the quieter weekend period. Sunday typically the best time for gas prices and proof of work. I'm sure that's the same with the proof of stake as well. See, there's no supply, no liquid supply. Remember that. So there's no active trading. There is no liquid supply. You can see that there's nothing. Zero, zip. So if you see it, there's a false token trading. That is false. Don't buy or sell it. It won't open up till tomorrow. We estimate that there's probably going to be in excess of 120 million XEN or XEN minted, claimed tomorrow because some people have done 1 day mint phases. I haven't done any of those. I've done 7 days. It's the earliest one I've done. But some of that will probably hit the market. It could be some crazy prices as well. Now, there probably will be people over the next week that will try and buy stuff to front run having to mint it and claim it in a year's time. So there will be that. And, of course, there will be that scarcity play as well. It'll be relatively scarce compared to the total mint inflation that is happening. So, some interesting timeframes there. Don't forget, if you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the video description. Get in there, folks. Obviously, generally, we've got the new token links here. And, of course, this is one of the new token projects. That's why we're talking about it. It will be copied over into Pulsechain, which is coming up, and very exciting. If you haven't checked it out, of course, check out Pulsechain. we've got awesome links on Pulsechain, and you can go to useful links, and you can find all the stuff out on Pulsechain and Hex and everything else. Obviously, you can check all that stuff out into here. Richard Hart gave us a big update today that they're pretty much going to fork ETH 2.0, so that's cool. That's really good. It's going to be faster, cheaper, and of course, we're going to have the capability for adding in sharding and ZK rollups, and so that's really good scaling ability for the chain. Very, very excited about that. So cool. What else there? Someone's asked, Tailspin's asking, anyone know of ETH-based multi-wallet senders? I want to send gas to a number of wallets for cheap. I don't think it's cheap. I don't think they are cheap to use. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So let me just jump over here. So this was out a couple of hours about 5 hours ago. Jack Levin indicated that they're probably looking to launch the XEN contract on BSC and Polygon tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that. Follow the official links, of course, Jack Levin there as well. There's also the Telegram there. So definitely follow that there as well. So that's Telegram. It's probably the best place if you want the latest information is to jump into Telegram there. Make sure you only follow the moderators and the team there. Obviously, there's lots of scammers that always try to jump into Telegram. That's particularly bad for that. So take care there. So there is the Twitter there, and of course the Telegram there as well. All right. So cool. I think that's probably it on that. Very cool. All right. So that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at the gas fee and see how we're getting on. Obviously, XEN is the biggest gas guzzler. Look at this, man. $1,741,000, 3921 ETH. It is 30% of the gas used over the last 24 hours, 51.25% of the gas used over the last 3 hours. It is insane. The membrane, number one there. It's above Uniswap V3. That's crazy, isn't it? Look at it. It's absolutely dwarfs Uniswap V3 there. It's got Seaport there as well. And of course, some of the stable coins and stuff like that. Coin Tool multi-sender. It's got that there. Someone was asking about that multi-sender, but yep. Cool. All right, cool. What else there? And all right, so cool. That's it. Yeah, we're probably talking a lot about XEN in here and the new token chats. If you want to talk after the live stream, you can jump into our new token chats and talk about that. We have moderators, of course, though, that looking over there as well. So cool. I just noticed none of them are on at the moment, but there's a couple other people there. So that's cool. All right, let's jump back to it. And let's see, we're over 180,000. Let's do it. All right, yes, 180,666. Yeah, all right, rock on. So we're going up nicely, man. We're less than 20,000 away. Once we get to 200,000, the EAA, the early amplifier adoption amplifier, will go down by 0.1%. It goes down by 0.1% per 100,000 increases in the global rank, which is the wallets. Pretty awesome. And it starts at 10%. Man, that could basically maybe in 34 days at the earliest at the current run rate, it could be down to 0, which is a significant change and with it just over a month. But this one here could be at 400, so you'll be able to mint longer, which means you'll be able to have more wallets come in behind you and be able to get more and more of the XEN there. So that's kind of the maxes out of 400, and that could happen as soon as maybe 3 or 4 days at this current run rate. If the run rate drops, obviously that will take a bit longer, but that's kind of the projection there. The amp there, of course, just goes down by 1 per day, and of course these are the two things, or these 3 things are the rewards for the minting. This is for the staking, the APY 20%. That will go down 1% every 90 days, and then of course once it's down at the bottom, it will be at 2%. That will be the inflation for the staking there. Obviously, you need to have decent growth over that period of time as well, just like any low inflation environment. All right, cool. Let's do one more refresh. I said to you, this is a refreshing live stream. We're refreshing a lot. That's pretty much it. Look at that thing just go up though. It just goes up, and oh boy, crazy stuff right there. All right, so who else have we got in the house? We've got a few other people. Let's have, we got Pulse God says, I had a crank offer at 84, but was short on gas by a few dollars. Hey, Pulse God, you're not the only one. There seems like a few people that were in that situation there. Obviously, that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, my C rank is 0001, lol, says Christian Colin. Yeah. How come MEXC said they are listing us? They have tweeted this. It's probably false. If it's not the legit one, their Crypto Kemet, I would definitely double check that. I would make sure you go to the official sites, Crypto Kemet. I have not heard that myself, so I don't see it on Jack's feed. So I would definitely go to the official one there. Like I say, if you're on Telegram, you can go and join this here to get the latest and greatest. I might post that in the chat there. You guys can see that I'm getting it from the source. There we are. At MEXC. Yeah, I'm not sure if MEXC is in it. Let's go to MEXC, and I'm not sure if I'm actually following MEXC. MEXC Global, maybe it's MEXC Global. I'm not sure. MEXC Global, trade anywhere. Is this the right one? 625. Zen. Okay, it's going to have that. Okay, appears to be the case. Zen USDC will be listing this as a spot trading pair in the assessment zone once tokens are circulated. Okay, that does appear to be real. Thanks for the heads up there, Crypto Kemet. It looks like that is seems to be something real. Deposit to share 1,000 MX. Sign up. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I'd like to see a trade on Uniswap first. I'd like to see that, but yeah, cool. Let's have a look here on here. What else? Looks great. How to deposit. I'm so hyped. Okay, so we'll look at that. But once again, I'd confirm that listing with it as well on there. So cool. All right, let's jump away from that and let's have a refresh. What else there? At night, Nick Grant says, I'm curious about what the floor will be tomorrow. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? It's going to have a lot of zeros, I'd imagine. So we'll find out. Christian Cole says, I minted 333 days on one of my wallets, and so far I got about 18 mil. I can imagine when this finishes, says Christian. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big inflation environment. Like I said, it's just going like that. It will slow down, of course, but not at the moment. At the moment, it's just like ballooning. That's pretty much it. Is it going to be on Binance Smart Chain, Christian? Yes. Apparently, it's going to be launching tomorrow, probably launching tomorrow with Polygon as well, both BSC and Polygon. It looks like possibly, I don't know if he's going to stagger those, but he's talking about that in this video here. He talks about the fact that will be launching. So definitely is the case. I probably should have clipped it. Apologize. If I should have probably taken a bit longer and I could have clipped that little video, but I didn't. But in any case, here it is. Here you can watch it after the live stream and check that out. What time is it now? 9:14. So we're up to 58 minutes. So pretty cool. This is heading up pretty strong though. Looking pretty good, right? Looking pretty good. I was wondering whether we're going to actually hit 200,000 during the live stream. I don't think we will. So just the way it goes. All right. So yeah, 9.9%, 3,000 on the amp there, 362. Hey, we've gone up another day on the max term. Wow. So before I got the live stream, we were at 359. And of course, we've gone to 360, 361, and 362 now on the max term. Wow, that's amazing. Because obviously it's going to flatten off there at 400 once we get to about a million wallets. So it does sort of curve off. And at the moment, we're kind of still in that fast phase of the curve. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. These wallets going up there. So the next thing you're probably going to see within the next probably the next hour and a half is this go down to 9.8 on the EAA, and probably by the end of the 24 hours, we possibly could see that hit 9.7 if we get this run rate up, which we have got the window. We've got because it's Sunday in the United States, we've got that window as well. So it's going to be fun to see that. We could see this really jump tomorrow on Sunday US time because obviously everyone will be awake and be able to do that. At the moment, it's kind of early in the morning in the US. Apart from the night owls, a lot of people will be asleep. It's 1 o'clock in Los Angeles and 4 o'clock, 4:15 in New York. So presumably most of those people are asleep unless they're night owls. You know, that's pretty much it. All right, so cool. Let's roll up our poll and let's see how we're going there. 48 votes. So really thanks to everybody for voting. I do appreciate that. Have you made more? Let's end the poll. And let's see what that result is. So have you made more Zen wallets than you planned? I was supposed to say than you planned. I apologize for the English there. Yes, 52%, no 47%. So 52% have got a bit more control there. Sorry, 47% have slightly more control over the FOMO. But hey, look, it's going pretty crazy. And I think it's probably pretty reasonable particularly up to the time it gets up to 400 max term, because you're going to have that longer period. But of course, we'll see how the wallets go. It's going to be fun. Hey, Brazos is in the house. Hey, Briz, good to see you. Yeah, surprise live stream because it's so exciting at the moment. I thought I had to do it. Pulsechain says, when does the mint phase end? Well, it doesn't really end because this bonus will disappear. This amplifier bonus will go down to 0 after 8 years. So yeah, I guess it's kind of that will be 400. So yeah, I guess it's the way it goes. 8 years, I guess. So yeah, pretty crazy. GetX says, thank you so much for all the updates and Alpha, dinner time for me. Peace out, everybody. You have a good dinner at GetX. It's also dinner time for me, folks. A pretty late one, but I had to jump on to do this live stream before I had dinner. That was the priority, right? That's priority. I'm going to have some dinner now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. I'll be covering this, of course, again tomorrow and my normal daily live stream. This is kind of a special one on the first day of the XEN launch. And, of course, the numbers going through the roof really has been impressive. I'm sure tomorrow I'll wake up and it will be absolutely mind-blowing still. We look forward to that. Epic Crypto's in the house. Hey, good to see you. Woohoo! Good to see another Hex Token channel member as well. A big shout out to all the Hex Token channel members in the house there. GetX, I think GetX and James Bond. Epic Crypto. Who else is in the house that's a channel member? Marek Crypto. Good to see Marek as well. So cool. Shano was in there. Good to see Shano. Who else is in there? Yeah, I think that's it. Now, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the join button. We've got Pulseskins, Hexkins, and Richard Heart Club. 3 really cool memberships. Of course, we cover obviously Pulsechain, PulseX, and Hex, but we also cover cool projects that are going on to Pulsechain as well. So whether they're either forked or copied or airdropped, we kind of cover the cool ones. We don't cover a lot of crap ones. We keep away from the crappy ones, but we try to cover some of the good ones and some of the interesting ones. Yeah. All right, cool. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And, of course, if you want to keep talking about it, of course, we've got new tokens chat. And, of course, if you want some of the cool links, we've got all the links here for the XEN free claim there, including tutorials and a couple of notes there as well if you are new. Once again, nothing on this channel is investment advice. You do your own due diligence. This is, for me, a very entertaining speculative play. It does have some cool network gamification, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So take care out there. All right, that's me signing off here from the future. Good old Kiwi land. Pulse Guy says, okay, take care, people. Love you. And, of course, Ryan says, how many XEN wallets did everyone get? Well, a lot of people have probably got 10 wallets, I guess. Some people may have hundreds of them. Trayvon's talked about doing 369, so maybe he does that. I'm going to do one more refresh. Here we go. This is the last one. 182,614 wallets. Max term's gone up to 362. And, of course, there we are, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. The gas cost, of course, it is dominating. The gas guzzler, $1,757,948 spent in gas in only 15 hours. We're currently in the 16th hour of the first day. Rock on. All right, take care, everybody. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you in Discord. I'll have my dinner, and I'll catch you up in there. And bye for now. Take care. Let me just leave it on that page. Probably a better place. All right, let me sign off here. Bam.